Hello, thank you for joining me for the solar eclipse that will be happening July 2nd, 3:16 in the afternoon Eastern Time in Cancer. So we have a new moon solar eclipse in Cancer. It is at 10 degrees of Cancer, and this is a very special degree because it is at the planetary node of Jupiter. Therefore, the eclipse energy is infused with this Jupiterian concept of expansion, of protection, of confidence, of being able to go beyond the comfort level. What does Cancer want? Cancer wants to know it's going to be safe and secure. And on this node of Jupiter says, yes, you can get it. You can have that safety, you can have that security, but don't be afraid to take a risk. So there's something about taking an emotional risk that is part of the solar eclipse. Now, there's a lot of other, characters, the planetary energies that are imbued with this. And being in Cancer is always about being good with your emotional state of being, understanding your emotional body and clearing out all that good stuff, clearing your chakras, do some chakra cleansing work around the new moon. That's very helpful. Yet the other very intense energy with this solar eclipse is we have Mars has just gone into Leo and will be in Leo all month. Mercury is in Leo and it will go retrograde on July 7th. And these two characters, so they've been conjunct, because Mercury's been slowing down and Mars is catching up. It's so much about direct communication. Yet the Cancer conjunction with Mercury, or close together, Mercury-Mars, was on a depth of emotional level. Now that it's in Leo, there is something about expressing yourself in a way that's not bombastic, that's not a sense of feeling as if you have to prove yourself or say something where you feel you are just as, you're having it just as good as the next person. But it is about just being very clear with your words and what are the most important words. They are how you are speaking to yourself. And are you speaking to yourself with the element of encouragement? So the element of encouragement from the Leo side is, yes, you can do this. Okay, what's keeping you back from this? Get off the couch, go do something, right? So there's a very strong enthusiastic energy with the solar eclipse. Now, Venus, she is in Gemini, and she's conjunct two fixed stars. One is Polaris and the other one is Betelgeuse. They are both positive energy. But in Gemini, first off, Venus conjunct Polaris, the polar star. There's something about having what you value, what's most important to you, what you love, being the star that guides you. So what is it that you truly enjoy, you truly love, that brings you a sense of pleasure, a sense of joy into your life? Have that be that guiding star as you're going through the month or the weeks. And also in Gemini, she doesn't want to be confined. She does not want to be said who she can talk to, who she cannot talk to. So give your relationships a little bit of, freedom, and give yourself permission to freedom Now there's this freedom closeness energy because the Cancer energy wants to merge and feel very safe. So there's a lot about inner security, especially around relationships. Do you feel secure in your relationships where you can give them, you don't have to eagle eye them, free rein? And because Mars and Mercury and Juno, they're all square Uranus, right? The disruptor. Uranus is the great disruptor. It's the great, wants this great breakthroughs in life. And if you're not willing to have a breakthrough, sometimes you can have a breakdown in order for you to have a breakthrough. So it's this particular time, and it is July 2nd here in the States. We have a long holiday weekend coming up with July 4th. And it can be a little bit problematic in travel. That's just pretty much standard when you're looking at Mercury, Mars, Uranus combination. So give yourself some extra time and be patient if you are on the road. But what does it want? It wants to do something different, shake up your routine. If you do have to work that week, how can you shake it up and do something in a different, that's outside of the ordinary? Go someplace different for lunch, go to work at a different route. Just create things that break up the routine of life and bring more excitement, and also very good for the mind. It's a breakthrough in thinking. Aha moments is very strong. Yes, the new moon eclipse is opposite Saturn. Saturn's conjunct the south node of the moon. There is this element. What does that mean? There's an element of letting go of old structures in your life. Old, I should do this, I'm supposed to do that. Old rules, old regulations you might have put on yourself. Sometimes it's guilt. Sometimes it's resentment. It's time to let it go and fly free, because that solar eclipse in Cancer, remember, is vibrating with Jupiter. And we have such that strong Jupiter on and off this year with the square with Neptune. Yeah, it can bring its own sense of problems, but if you have done some of the processing, this can be a time of, jumping off and really being able to see the vision, even though, Mercury will go retrograde, but that can be a time where you're taking all these great insights, these aha moments with the Uranian energy and the Mars energy, quick. And then they come, because Mercury is going to come back into Cancer. And then you take it back into a time to sit with it and sit with, how do I really feel about doing all these great ideas that I have? How does it make me feel? Does it keep me on that path of that joy for me? And being able to use that as your guiding star. So thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful, beautiful, intentional solar eclipse time. Thanks.